friends. Are you here for my Grand Soiree? I got all gussied up for the occasion. That's a fancy way of saying dressed. I hope you like games.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Rich. Welcome back to another video. Today we are playing some more Apex Legends, of course. Well, it wasn't today, because the gameplay that I've got for you is a bit of a throwback. In the background we have a Kings Canyon gameplay. I went back and I found a random game that you guys haven't seen uploaded on the channel. This one is from July, so 6 months ago. I thought it'd be good just for some nostalgia, and it does link in with what we are talking about today, because Kings Canyon is coming back to Apex Legends, but only for a few days. We'll talk more about that in a little while, but that is why we have some Kings Canyon gameplay going on in the background. I do hope you enjoy that. What I'm talking about today is going to be the Grand Soiree Arcade event, which is coming on the 14th of January, so next Tuesday. Apex Legends uploaded the trailer for it an hour ago as I'm making this video. And it's called the Arcade event because there are 7 different modes, each one lasting for 2 days at a time, which is great news for me because it's going to be fresh content. Every 2 days we'll have a new mode to upload to the channel, and it's going to be fresh for you guys at least for 2 weeks. So let's get straight into it. In the background I'm going to be showing clips of the trailer. I will leave a link to the trailer in the description. As always, if you want to watch it first without me talking over the top and stopping it all the time, you can feel free to click that link and you can come back if you want to. If you feel like you don't want to, then that is fine as well. It's a bit mean, but it's alright. I'll forgive you. So the first mode that we are getting is called Gold Rush Duos, and it has the description of gold weapons only with you and a friend. So straight away we have a duos mode coming back to Apex Legends, which is one of the biggest requests I see. So many people want to see the return of duos, so I'm sure lots of people are going to be happy about that. I never really played duos too much because I'm more of a solo guy anyway, and I was away for a week. I was on holiday when duos was out, so I only played about 4 games of it. So it'd be nice to try whilst it's available for those 2 days. You may have seen the sneak peek that I put from the trailer on the screen. The weapons that you can see them pick up here are the Mastiff and the Kraber, which are 2 care package weapons, and I wanted to know whether or not it's going to be gold weapons, as in care package weapons only, like the Mastiff, the Kraber, and the L-Star. I was hoping it wasn't just those ones. I also wanted it to be those gold kitted out weapons that you can find on the map at the moment. You can find the triple take, you can find the flatline, the Eva 8 shotgun on the map at the moment. And this does appear to be the case because they do get shot by a single shot weapon, which wouldn't be the Kraber, the Mastiff, or the L-Star. Probably Gold Scouts. So there's another mystery solved here on the channel. It's not going to be care package weapons only. The only reason I thought it could have been was because they only showed the Mastiff and the Kraber, but still. Next up we have a third person mode. This was teased with an Easter egg in the firing range a few weeks ago, where you go into third person if you did this weird crouch maneuver in a corner of the map. I made a video on the Easter egg and I said that I thought it would be a limited time mode, and here it is for 2 days only. I actually had some comments on that video and some people were absolutely fuming, thinking that the entire game was going to go third person mode, but it isn't. It's only for 2 days in this limited time mode. I'm actually interested to see the meta in this mode, which may sound strange. I know it's only for 2 days, but I'm sure certain guns that aren't used too much in the regular mode may actually be pretty good in third person. I think the alternator will be pretty good because it's like a consistent, good hip-fire weapon. But we'll see. I mean, it's only for 2 days, so maybe people won't even figure out which guns are good or not. I don't know. For our third game mode out of 7, we have Armed and Dangerous World's Edge. I'm sure you're all familiar with this game mode as we played it in Kings Canyon last season. You can only get a level 1 shield, and shield regenerating items are actually pretty difficult to come by. The description has it as shotguns and sniper rifles with limited armor, so I assume it will just be the same game mode, unchanged, but just on the new map. And that actually probably suits it better because World's Edge does have a lot of long lines of sight, good for snipers. I'm pretty terrible at sniping. I'll probably cheese it with a G7 Scout with a 2 times on it, which is definitely not what the mode's intended for, and I'll kill people in 3 bullets. That gun is ridiculously overpowered. This is one of the big ones here. I'm sure many people are excited for this one. I know I am. It's called Kings Canyon After Dark. It doesn't look like it's going to be duos or anything, so this is literally just a limited time mode, which is essentially giving us the option of which map we would like to play, Kings Canyon or World's Edge. I'm going to try and play the game so much during the 2 days this is out so I can get you guys some more gameplay, and I'll upload it and drip feed it to the channel in the coming weeks. I think it'd be pretty fun to drop a Kings Canyon gameplay from this event on the channel to switch things up. So I'll just save them. I just really hope that skill-based matchmaking isn't in effect on these limited time modes. Please give me random teammates and enemies. I'm praying, please. But this will be a fan favorite either way, I am sure. I wonder if they'll bring it back permanently as an option if they see a huge increase in numbers for this limited time mode. It's not impossible. Maybe if the community shows that they do want to play Kings Canyon again, they'll do it. I don't know. So our next game mode that we have been teased, this one's the weirdest one, and they haven't really revealed too much about it. It's called DUMMIES. It's called Dummies Big Day, and the description reads, "This game ain't gonna test itself." And this one's a weird one. As I said, I went through the Apex Legends subreddit because I'll be honest with you, I didn't have a clue what was going on in the little clip that they showed. I was trying to do a little bit of research on it, but a lot of people were just as confused as I was. The clip itself shows some green dummies using a Mirage ultimate, and that's almost it, I think. But then I stumbled across this comment from the Reddit user Verbatim Turtle, and he predicted that it'll be a 6-team mode consisting of blue, yellow, magenta, green, orange, and red dummies, and you can't see which legend is what dummy. So you could be fighting a Gibraltar, you could be fighting a Wraith, you don't know what abilities they have at their disposal. And if this is the case, I'm playing Mirage. I'm telling you, people are going to be bamboozled. Whenever I see a Mirage, I just assume it's a decoy. So if you don't know who you're playing against and it's just dummies, I'm going to spam Mirage in that game mode. This could turn out to be a good guess. It would be an interesting mode, but it looks like we will have to wait and see with this one because they definitely haven't revealed too much. And it could just be like a PvE, especially considering the description saying this game ain't going to test itself. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm not too sure. Our 6th game mode here is called Live, Die, Live, with the description automatically respawn on living squad mates when the ring closes. I've actually played this game mode on Blackout, which is Call of Duty's Battle Royale game, and it was my favourite mode that game ever came out with. We played it far more than the actual game. I think Blackout itself is incredibly underrated. I really wish that it went free to play, but my god, this game mode was probably the funnest game mode I've ever played on a Battle Royale game. It was so much fun. It was just non-stop action. As long as one person in your squad is alive, your dead teammates can fly back in onto the map with very limited loot as soon as the ring closes. So you get these huge clutch plays where your teammates are just spectating you, trying to stay alive. There's a bunch of people around because a lot of people die, but then they respawn, so the numbers go back up. So there's a lot of people around on the map at all times. And then when you're back on the map, your focus has to be getting them some half-decent loot, because on Blackout you spawn back in with a pistol and level 1 shields from what I remember. I actually predict this one to be one of my favourite modes, but also one of the community's favourite modes too. One of my favourite things about it was the fact that if you had a good start and you carried on to the game with good loot, let's say you find purple shields at the start of the game and you get some kitted weapons, you are actually fighting people that will come back with probably level 1 shields and a pistol, a Mozambique or a P2020. You can rack up those kills so fast in this game mode. So our last game mode in the trailer, which is not necessarily in the order that we will get them, by the way, is called Always Be Closing, and the description of this one is keep on the move, avoiding big damage from a ring that won't slow down. I mean, this one is fairly self-explanatory. The ring doesn't come in waves, it just moves across the map, continuously closing in the playable area. It sounds as though you do not want to be caught in the storm though, as they described it as big damage. So maybe they buffed it a little bit for this mode because you can't really be caught out by a very slow moving curtain of doom, we will call it. I mean, maybe it's not even that slow, but you can see it coming, and I assume you can outrun it still. Don't ask me why I'm using this RA45 still in the gameplay in the background, by the way, because I don't really have an answer for you. I think I was holding out for some disruptor rounds, because obviously disruptor rounds in Season 2, it was sort of OP, let's be honest with you. But I was putting in work with the Peacekeeper. Why did I drop the Peacekeeper? I'm fuming. In fact, I'm going to go and write a comment about it. And also, I'll write a comment and say, at 8:16, you missed disruptor rounds, because I assume I did somewhere in there. Alongside the game modes, we are also getting some rotating skins in the shop as well. I assume they will rotate with the game mode, so every 2 days. And you can see a few of them on screen at the moment from the trailer. So I'll be definitely picking those up as well. So that is all we have, all the information that we have on the Grand Soiree Arcade event trailer. The 7 game modes look incredibly fun. The ones that I am obviously most excited for have to be the Kings Canyon one, which is why I had to dig out this Kings Canyon gameplay for you. I'm extremely excited for that game mode. I spent about 35 minutes talking about in there as well, the one where you respawn if your teammate's alive when the ring rotates. And I'm extremely interested to see what the dummy one is like as well, because I have no clue what it's going to be. So those 3 are probably my favourite 3. Leading into the event, and if you guys could leave a comment on what you guys are expecting to be your favourite ones, or at least the ones that you're most excited for as well, that would be great, as we come to an end here on this Apex Legends Kings Canyon gameplay. So I had to show how this game ended. I couldn't just leave it on a cliffhanger. It's actually been pretty interesting watching my gameplay back myself, because obviously I don't remember playing this game, but I picked up a skull piercer, and I've got a flatline, a pre-buff flatline when I had a wingman earlier on in the game. In fact, I think I've had 74 guns this game. I've had an RE45, I've had a Peacekeeper, a wingman, a devotion. Now I've got a flatline as well. It's a bit of a weird one, to be honest with you. I'm getting rushed by someone that had level 4 shields. My teammate wasn't getting my cut, unfortunately, and your boy went down. Look at that. Very, very, very sad times over this way. And this is pretty much where the game ends. Teammate grabs my banner. He tries to finish the kill. And then unfortunately, as he's looting, as always on this game, someone comes down, he wasn't ready for it. Oh, it was disruptor rounds. Oh, good grief. It's a good job they got rid of that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.